This firewood have been laying on the ground since last winter. Just not completely dry anymore. But now it seems to come. Yeah, good. Well, while we're waiting for my water to boil, I have something to show you. I've had this for last 1.5 years, a little bit more than 1.5 years. So now it's time to do to do a review, because I think it's more important that you actually are using the equipment before you try to review it. So let's see what I got in here. Nothing more there. And a string. I guess that some of you have seen this before on the internet, on YouTube, other places. It's a Spectre survival bow. As I said, I had this bow now for 1.5 years plus. It's a lot of thought about this simple survival bow on the net. So I found a lot of negativity around it, and yes, there are some, but for the price of it, by my opinion, it's a no-brainer. But let's talk a little about the things that I see people write. There are some issues, yeah, I understand. But one thing, they claim that these limbs are delaminating or breaking. Yeah, that might be true. But there is a reason for that. And that's not the fabrication of this bow is the problem, it's the user. And another thing is that this is too sharp with the string attached. Yeah, it is, I agree. But I just fixed it with a little bit of sandpaper and it's fit and good to go, no problems. It's for the both sides, of course. Well, it comes with I guess it was 4 hours arrows and 1 string. I ordered 1 extra string because one of the comments was that the string was breaking and stuff like that. String was breaking, limb was breaking, arrows was no good, was not able to use the arrow rest, all this negativity. But it's not that bad. Well, first of all, to prevent your limbs to delaminate, you need to be sure that you bend the limbs just the same way each time. You should not turn the limb over next time and bend it that way. By doing that, you will get problems. This is fiberglass, which is laminated sometime when it's fabricated. So of course it can you can wear it out. But if you bend it the same way each time, you will extend the lifetime extremely much compared to using it each other way. So what I done and what I did at before I started to use it at all, I put it in and I marked a square, half of it on the limb and half of it on this limb holder. On the other side I did the same, but I used a circle. So by doing this I know which limb belongs to where and which way it should go. So I put it in the same way each time. Okay, let's string it. Make sure both ends are good. Yeah. So, looks like this. It's a small bow. As you can see, it's pretty small. But it's a good bow. And for the meaning of this, it's not a hunting bow. It's not a competition bow. It's a survival bow. I said it's no hunting bow, but yeah, it is kind of hunting bow, of course, because that's the thing you want to use it for. But you can't compare it to a compound hunting bow or a competition bow. It's a $65 survival bow, meant to be used maybe never. But when you have to use it, it should work, and it should work just fine. Well, and with the bow you get this is not good. It's a combined pouch and quiver. It's the quality is okay, but it's not very practical. So that's that's a downside I can agree on. It comes with 4 arrows, I think, if I don't remember wrong. And but I changed those arrows with other arrows. This is the arrows maybe, but I rebuilt them to make them like 2-piece arrows, takedown arrows. I made these takedown arrows myself. They are not they are not 100% perfect, but they shoot straight, so it's okay, I think. Okay. It comes with this standard tip, of course. So for survival, you need to get some tips, hunting tips. So I have some in here. I have some affordable tips which have these 3 razor blades. And the reason why I chose this is because they are able to take down, to do a takedown on them. And also pre-made one of these safety pin kind of things for a fishing arrow. So this you have to do yourself. A hunting or survival bow without any good arrows with arrowheads or broadheads. You can't kill a deer with this one. You can, but you most likely have to chase it very, very, very long to ever find it. I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly if this is a 45 or 55 pound bow. I think it might be a 45 because it's not that hard. So I guess it is. I tried this other day. I tried to figure out how many arrows I've shot with this. And I used it a lot the first year, and last time I used it now I think it's maybe a month or 6 weeks ago, so it's not used so often anymore. From time to time I use it often, and other times it can go month between. But I know I have shot at least 600 arrows at my archery target in my garden, but I've also been in the forest all around and practicing on stumps and all this. So I think I'm close to 1,000 arrows through this bow with the same string, same limbs. Everything is just as it came from the store, almost. I had to I marked them, as you say. See, I had to grind off with some sandpaper to prevent the string from tearing off. That's the only thing I did. It's the same arrow rest, same everything. Yeah, it's not the only thing. It's important that the limbs are the right way each time. But I also marked the tip of one limb and the one side of the string, so I get the string attached the same way each time. I also put on some notch points, so my arrow should be in between these two to be correctly. And if this should be correct, I also need to have the string the same way each time. So that's the modifications. It's you can hardly call it a modification. Another thing many people complaining about is this arrow rest. Oh, you have to tighten the screw to make it a bit harder, and you can bend it out a little bit, not too much. The arrow will fly through here, and even with this kind of latching you won't have too much wobbling in the arrow. But of course, if you have arrows with real feathers, they will go much smoother through this kind of bow or arrow rest. If you're stressing around, of course you can lose the arrow, but that you do in other kind of bows also. So it's not a big issue. Another issue people talking about is just draw length. It's way too short. Well, it's a bit short. It's less than 30 inches, maybe 28, something like that, 28, 29. So it's a little bit short, but you get used to it. And as I said, it's not a bow for Olympic Games or hunting moose. It's a survival bow. You might get a bird, you might get a frog, a fish, or something like that, squirrel, some easy targets. But even though it's get it in 50 pounds, 55 pounds, it will take down a big animal. It's no problem. No problem. You just have to hit the animal correctly, and with a good broadhead, then you will do. But with the standard arrows, you shouldn't try it. Well, the bow it's a little rattly. You see there's some gap here. This is updated since I bought it. So now it has, instead of have a screw through here with wobbly holders, it has a screw on the top, and it's much tighter. This is the Spectre survival bow 2, I think. So this newer version of this is a bit better. It is, but I don't have any problem with this either. It's a little bit rattly, and you can fall out of position when you're trying to string it. That's the only issue I can see with that. So except for that, it's good. arrow rest. It's no problem for me. I like it. I may have used my pliers and bent it a little bit to fit it more perfectly. I have to admit that I've actually done some small modification afterward. This notch and this grinding. That's what I've done. But I can hit pretty straight with this. It's not bad. So I can take out a squirrel on 10 to 15 meters. It's possible. And it has no sights at all. So if you're gonna buy one of these for your bag or your survival kit or something, you need to practice with it. Practice, get a feel of it. When you start to get a feel of it, you'll hit what you try to hit. It's very easy to shoot with. So I wanted to do this video now because I've been watching a couple of videos about this and reading some reviews, and I think the reason to this to fail is because people are using it incorrectly and maybe not have the right knowledge about the materials it's made of. And of course the company should have been more precise in the user manual, of course. So there is a combination, but the bow itself, this 1000 arrows at least, so still going strong, not even changed the string, so it's a good one. Do you see that squirrel over there? Now let's go see. Right in the head. No, it's not a squirrel. As you can see from 10 meters about, it's no problem hitting a target this small. I didn't aim for a head, I aimed for the whole thing, but as you can see, without any sightings, I'm no skilled archer at all. I just practiced a little bit with this one, and of course I had a compound bow some time ago, and my homemade bow. So I've been shooting a little bit, and during my youth I was shooting on bow and arrows all the time. But I'm self-taught. I've never been any courses, anything. I just practiced a little bit with my own bows, and you get a hang of it very fast. So it's good. And I also adapted it for bow fishing. You like this? So you can do a lot of things to get your survival bow as good as possible for your survival in your area. So when you're out there kicking off some time in the forest, why not shoot some arrows? But don't shoot anything illegal. Understand? If it's not legal to hunt where you are, don't do it. In Norway it's not legal to hunt with a bow and arrow, but of course in a survival situation you can almost do whatever you want without getting punished afterward. Looking forward to some roasted teddy bear. So, just want to say once more, for the price of it, this is a really good bow. if you take care of it and take care of any equipment you have, it will last you a long time. And that's the rule also for this Spectre survival bow. Take care of it and fix the minor adjustment I said to you. You'll have a bow lasting a long time, and a bow you can trust in a survival situation. And also the Spectre company, they provide takedown arrows. So if you get some of those also, you will be good. Price, good. Quality, okay. And overall, a good product. And by the way, I'm not been sponsored to do this review on any kind. I've not been asked to do it. I just I thought it was time for it now to do that. I've been using it for so long, so thank you for watching. See you later.